Hey guys, it's lovely to have your company back here on my Crafter's Companion YouTube channel, and I hope you are well, and I hope you're ready for another tutorial where today we're going for the casual look. Jump in the shower today and I thought I just couldn't be bothered to finish getting ready. Now, it's not that I just couldn't be bothered full stop. I got things done around the house today, but when it comes to getting myself ready, because I thought I'm not leaving that doorstep, so therefore just put on the comfies, put on the hat, and then get what I need done, and then we can do a tutorial. And that's what we've done and doing. So this one, what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at the template library, and we're going to have a look at orange, and we're also then going to be having a look at our relatively new 12 by 12 paper pad, which is all about love. So what I'm going to do, I am going to stop every single time saying thank you for commenting and subscribing and all of that, because it must get annoying for you. It must do. So I'm going to stop, but what we'll do is I will say it every now and again. So I'm going to say it just now. Thank you so much to those that still subscribe, for those of course that still leave comments and like each of the tutorials, and for those that hit the bell notification. It really is appreciated, so thank you very, very much. Right, let's delve in to the world of paper pads. Now, as always, all the main components that I use I shall link in the description, and therefore you can get a hold of it if you are watching this within a time period as to where it is still a stock in line. So this one is Love Letter, 36 sheets, 12 by 12, 3 designs, 180 GSM. Most beautiful papers, all revolving around love. And I say revolving around love, yes, there's a great big nod to love that runs all the way through, but what you can do, of course, is you could use it as papers beyond the realms of love. You've just got beautiful reds and pink, roses and florals in there as well. You've got that crackle look, that script work look, but you've got all of that uncoated look as well. So that one is the 12 by 12 that we're going to be using. Now we're going to use, as I said, the orange. So you do have From the Heart paper pad. That one is a 6 by 6 From the Heart. I've not even opened mine yet, but of course with the size I'm going to need my 12 by 12. Now we're going to go in, and what we're going to do is I think it's orange anyway. Let's see, I'm looking for a gift bag. That one, there we go. Square base gift bag. So we're going to be doing that one. So it's orange, it's number 13. So I need to go into my templates. I know, of course, as I say, it's 13. So let's go all the way to 13, which is here. So let's take that one out, move it to the side, and then what we're going to do, now I've done these pretty much, you know, off by hand. I know them off by hand, but I'm just going to set it out in front of me anyway. And then let's choose a paper. So if we have a look, I'm not really worried about anything being the centerpiece, because we're going to use the mats and layers. So we could even just something like that could be running along the base. Yeah, potentially that one. Yeah, let's go, or that's a nice one, an all rounded one. Yeah, let's do that one. So let's take that and use that one. And then what I'm going to do is this is going to be along the bottom here. So if I bring in a piece of dark card, move my stash of card out the way, and let's get a bit of black card just to show you underneath that template. If I bring that in, we've got our template, of course, and then what we're going to do is we are going to... Now I'm trying to think, do I need to do this twice? Yes I do. Yes I do. We're going to do that twice. My mind went blank there because it's been a while since I've done this one. So what we're going to do is, let's bring that one in to remind myself. Draw through the template, draw around the outer and all the score lines. In addition to this, cut the square base, cut around, use a scoreboard, and no, it's maybe just the one. Fold and brush the line. Bring the bag. Yes, it is. It's just the one. What made me think I needed two? It would tell me on it if I needed to. So we've got our score lines, we've got our mats and layers, and we've got our cut lines as well. So let's take that. Now what I'm going to do, so we don't see the pencil lines, I'm going to do it on the back. So I'm going to do it on the back, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in ever so slightly, because me personally, I'm not a big fan of doing it right on the edge so that you don't have to draw or cut any of this. I do still prefer to draw around the whole lot, then that way I just know that I've got a really, I'm perfect in each position. So I'm going to go in with my mechanical pencil. Now we can tape it down if we want, but I'm going to hold it down with my hands, and then we're going to draw all the way round in each section. So if we go in each one, so that's going to be our glue tabs, it's going to be our score lines, it's going to be our cut lines, so it's going to be everything. And that is the great thing about the template library. I mean, this sort of square base gift bag you could do without a template, but you need to mark, you need to measure, you need to cut, you need to line up, you've got to do all of that, which is fine if you enjoy all of that, it's fine if you've got the patience for all of that, but if you don't, then the template library is a great thing. So let's go in with our score lines. It's just budged ever so slightly, so let's budge that back. So score lines, I'm ignoring the mats and layers to start with because I don't need that. That's just my mats and layers, and I think, yeah, that is it. So I'm going to set that out the way for now, and then what I'm going to do on the straight edge, let's use my guillotine, and then let's neaten that up. And I can do the same here. So this is the glue edge, and then these edges, there we go. So then what we can do is let's take our scissors, and then we're just going to follow in these little intersections, which are going to be where our glue tab's going to go. So that's those bits, and then what we need to do, cut up. And the whole reason as well for doing it on the inside is so that I don't need to worry about the pencil lines and for them to be seen, because we're not going to see them. And then what we need to do is let's take our scoreboard, and all of these lines now are going to be scored. So let's follow through. So we only need to do, it's a cut line as well, isn't it? We just need to then score the remaining pencil lines now. And this is where something like the black lines on your scoreboard are going to be a big helping hand for sure. I know I was reluctant to do it for a while, but it really is beneficial putting a black line. I know I've done them at every inch, that really isn't necessary. It is a helping hand though if you do it at the halfway point for sure. That's that, that's that. So I just need to do these inner triangles. So what I'm going to do is if I lift that up, visually I can see that point there. And join. And then we can do the same here. So again, this sort of bit that I'm doing now is where the black line will definitely become your best friend. So you can line up. And then let's pull that one back. And pull that one back. Turn that one round. And then we can go in with that one. So that is our score lines. I'm just going to take a drink. And we can then fold all of these lines here. Just give them a good fold. Now usually what I do, with any folding really, I'll fold and then burnish afterwards. Let's fold, and then let's fold. So then what happens is that can then go in here, which will then come together and make our cute little box. I'm not going to, actually yeah, I am going to glue it just now, because then I can let that fully soak in and dry. So we don't need much. Tacky glue, obviously brilliant. I would, for me personally, I always go to my tacky glue. You can use your red liner tape or your tissue tape or your tape runner, but I am old school when it comes to the form of box making or construction, and I like to use my tape. No, I don't. I like to use my tacky glue. So let's just make sure that's got a good press, and then you'll see this is where it starts to come together. So let's leave that flat for now, and let's bring back in our template. Now of course something like that is so pretty on its own, and you can leave it like that, of course you can, it looks fab, but let's, for the sake of the template, let's mat and layer. Let's mat and layer. So we could have a look here, or what about, you could obviously use that opposite side, contrast of the opposite side, but I won't. Let's go in with, let's have a look and see. I do actually quite like the idea of the contrast of an opposite side. I like that idea. Like, so that one. That'd be nice. The other option, or not the other option, but the other thing you could have done was do the bag out of that, and then that can be your mats and layers. So let's move that out the way. So again, let's line up, but we're going to do the mats and layers. So let's take our pencil. This time you'll notice, I am doing it on the actual side that I want to cut out. So let's make that. So we're just working our way around. Heat erasable pens, these would be great as well for you. Just give them a waft afterwards, and then the ink disappears. I don't actually know if I've got any. Bound to. I would need to go raking for them. Oh, I know where they are. I know where I do have some. I've got some in my craft case, which happens to be downstairs because we're on our Christmas holidays. So therefore my craft case comes home with me, and it gets stored in my tiny little downstairs toilet and sink that I've got. So now we've got our mats and layers. What I'm also going to do as well is for the base, let's also do that. Just, I know not really anyone will see the base. Yeah, because this is still going to give it. I was actually away to do it on thicker card, like a white card or something. However, what we can do, not that this is kind of essential, that one layer on the base, that will be more than adequate. But if you really want to strengthen it, what you can do is you can do it twice and stick one on the inside and one on the outside, which we will do. And then this is the sort of thing where, yes, you've got the template for like your square base and that, but if you've got your nesting dies, bring them, like I'll hold my hands up, these sorts of layers here, certainly the circle and that, I probably wouldn't use them. I would go to my nesting dies, and that's just me. So let's take our guillotine, and we're going to use the guillotine to cut all of these. Just going to make sure to avoid having to actually use the eraser. What I do is I'll just cut them the teeniest bit thinner so it disposes of the pencil line. So my guillotine's actually chopping off the pencil line. So there's the base, and then let's do the same here. I'm going to use my guillotine for this. I'm just eyeballing against that cutting edge. And once we've got that straight line, that obviously means we'll get that straight cut. So there's that one. I'm going to set them in front of me so I can keep them in their order. It's always better to undercut and be able to trim than overcut make it a little bit smaller than you needed. And then what we'll probably also do is we will probably give these their own mats and layers as well. And I'm thinking, I was actually a way to say a nice fresh white card stock, but I'm thinking maybe a deep red, something like that. Yep, perfect fits. Perfect. Actually, I think white might be the better option. Makes it elevate it, makes it a bit brighter as well. Red would work, but there's a lot of red, and you've got a lot of... Actually, have I got ruby red card? We shall have a look at my card in a minute. Right, last few. If you're nifty with the scissors, these are also really quite straightforward to cut with the scissors. And also what you could have done, if you are using the guillotine, these would have been a great size for your small guillotine. But you know, I do most things with our large guillotine anyway. And these, although these are pattern paper, this could be your white card or watercolour card. You could do in your inky backgrounds, you could emboss them, of course, with your embossing folders, or go in with your stencils. We're going to keep it quite straightforward for today. So if I go in with, let's take, I've got this. This is actually Basil Basics. It's a textured dot. And I do have mortar. I know this bit's really quite small, but I'm just trying to see. Actually, yeah, I think that would work. That would be really nice. Really nice. I've got all my Basil Basic cardstock here, like Jenga. I don't want to push too hard or it's all going to flop out the other side. Right. So, yes, we've got this like deep ruby and it's got embossed dots on it. We can kind of see that. Now, there's not mats and layers for these, so what we would need to do is create our own. Yeah, that'll fit. Perfect. So this is where we're going to stick them on, and then we're going to use our guillotine once again to give ourselves a nice thin matting layer. I don't know actually if this is sticking my head in the way there. I think that's a perfect 90 degree, I think. There we go. And then I'm going to trim that close. I'm going to have enough for this. So pop that one there. Let's take, this is from the other side. So this is the other left 90 degree angle. Because I can't turn this around because then it'll be like a bit of a deboss. Now that isn't a perfect 90 degree, so let's move that up. Then we've got a thin matten layer, and trim the bottom afterwards. Right, put that there. So there's those two here, so let's bring that in. Let's do the same with this little bit here. So that I can, if I just cut that the wrong way, I did as well. Craig, you idiot, I should have chopped it the other way. Oh well. Oh, that'll still fit that way, that's fine. A little bit of waste round the side, but hey ho, at least I can use this up. Let's go around. So yeah, I'm using this ruby card. A white matten layer would look lovely as well. Would look really quite nice. Or even with your Stay Sticky glue and your Gilding Flakes, that sort of stuff. So that can go there, and then second bit last, because I'm not going to, actually will I do a matten layer for the base? Let's have a look. So there's that one, let's bring that in there, and then this one, let's roughly chop that so I don't over or under chop. When it comes to fitting the next one, is that going to fit? Yeah, just get that in and no more. Talk about Jenga again, getting them into all these little sections so that we can get the best out of our card. Let's move that down a bit. There we go. So let's press that in, let's chop these bits off. And then the base, what we like size wise, have I got enough scope to do a matten layer, or is that flush? That's pretty much flush. So what I'm going to do, what is that? 2.5. So I'm going to cut this instead of just going with the, instead of using the template. It's 2.5. Let's cut that to 2.5, and then this one we can just cut to 2.25. Then it's going to give me a matten layer base. So if anyone does turn it over, then it's going to be all themed together. Right, let's trim these down. So we've got our nice little mats and layers. Craft knife and ruler, that's the other thing that you could be using if you wanted to. So it'll be that side. And then let's finish these off. That one, and then work our way around. Give that little slither at the top. Just trim that. these are the sorts of videos where probably other people would edit them down. But it's also part of the reason why I do just like to actually upload what I'm actually doing in real time, and then it gives you guys the option to skip these bits if you don't want to see them. Right, my mats and layers for these are quite thin, so I'm going to actually do that as well here. So let's just give us thin mats and layers. It's not essential that you had to mat and layer these on a thicker card. That pattern paper on its own would have been adequate because obviously they're 180 GSM, so that's overlaying. Well, technically if you fold them together, that's 180, that's 180, and then a full 180. So you're going to have the strength there already, but it's just nice to do a little mat and layer. So there's our panels for one side, and then let's do the same for the other. And I have to say, before I head to Scotland, I've been doing, you know, when you tidy the house, you sort the house, you get as much of the last minute washing done as possible. And I've done that. I've done the last load of washing. I have got it now hanging up to dry, but it is so windy out there today. One, it wouldn't dry outside anyway, but it's that windy, it's blowing about, so therefore I've popped the clothes on the radiator or radiators, and I've put the heating on, and I've put it on quite full so it'll all dry, and it is absolutely roasting. And the reason I said about the wind is because I can't open my window because it's that windy. I'm just bearing the heat for now. Right, there we go. So that is those done as well. So there's that, there's that, there's the base, and then we've got that one. So I need, try to think now, oh, lost my screen. I need something that just says love. Oh, I know what we could use. What about so if we use that one, and what about, here's a tease of something that's not launched yet. What about if we use these? Right, let's pop them to the side and let's assemble. And let's assemble here. I'm just going to keep on flat. I'm going to open the gift bag slightly just so I can visually line up. Yeah, I like like that contrast. Pattern paper with that background. I know we're covering up a lot of the image of the roses, but it still gives you that contrast and still works. And it's that look of the flowers, the roses, just popping through from the back. Again, I'm going to open the bag just to line up. There we go. And I'm going to hold and press. Let's go in with the next one. So yeah, we can use the heart from Cupid. That was Love from Cupid, which was Love was in the air. There we go. And then last 3 sides. Let's pop that one into there. Press that in. Oh, that's moved. Let's hold that down. Last 2. So there's so many avenues, so many directions you can go down, whether it's your pattern papers, whether you're going to, these could be embossed with your folders or your stencils or your colour creations, your ink pads, all of those you're going to be able to use. So once I've got that, I'm happy with that. Yeah, there we go. Happy as a Larry. Let's hold that for a second. What I'm going to do is let's get some ribbon ready. Trying to grab it from this side if I can, so let's go from this side. We've got all the ribbon down here. As I know just looking for of that. No, I'm not. Bear with. Bear with. Bear with. Got there on the end. Whew. Ribbon, satin ribbon. So I've got this wine colour satin ribbon. Stix2, of course. Alright, let's crack on. No, I don't want that screen, Craig. I want the overhead, which is there. And then there's the bases. If I bring in the bases, so what I would recommend is overlapping them like that. So I'm just going to do a little squiggle of glue to start with. So that one, and then that one. So we can create that square. and then hold. I'm just going to press and hold that down just for a moment or two. And then let's just go underneath there. Don't necessarily need loads at this point, this is just for it to grab. Because then we can come along with this one. And this is going to secure it all. And that can then go into there. And we can then just make sure that we're aligned up. We've got it all exactly where we want. And I'm just going to hold down. Let's just make sure, there we go. It's the only thing when you come to something like this, a square base, it's just getting that last bit lined up, because I'm really pernickety. I want that like fully lined up. I'm not happy with that. Let's start that one again. I do want that to be spot on. Why is that? Let's go that way, and then that way, there we go. Just those little bits just sticking out there and it was bugging me. Let's hold, and I'm just going to press that for now. If you wanted that instant stick, then of course use your tape runner, your red liner tape. I do want that. There, that was a way to open it. I'm not opening that yet because it's not dried. It's fine, but you know when you're just wanting to do more, or you want to line it up just perfect. And then if I open that just now, it's going to stretch the base. It's going to pop apart. This is probably when your red liner tape would have been best. Right, let's set that there for now. And then let's take what I've been calling the Bret Hart die, because it just reminds me of Bret the Hitman Hart. Now I think actually what I'll do, I'm going to do a drop shadow of course, but I'm not sure if I'm going to do red to the top or red to the bottom. Scissors. Let's run that one through. Now you've got embossed detail, so before I decide where I'm going, I want that. that? Or do I want that? I know. Let's do the red on the top. Let's push that detail through. We do red on the top with the white drop shadow, but you've also got a teeny little love heart. Actually no, I'm not going to use that love heart. I'm going to use the one within that little box that I showed you that will be launching soon, if it's not already launched by the time you're watching this tutorial. There we go. And then I'm not going to do like drop down to the side, I'm going to drop straight down. So that can go there. That's dry now, it's just that bit keeps popping up, so let's secure that. So yeah, so what I could have done, the little circle die there, could cut in white and stick that on there, or if I bring this cute little set, actually I wonder, will that fit? Oh it will. Right, so I'm still going to use that, and then let's take this little set. I'm not going to tell you any details about this cute little set, none at all. But what I'm going to do is let's take I think there is a backing on this. Yeah, there is. I think it's on both sides, is it? Yeah. So keep your eyes peeled soon for this cute little box. I'm going to go, I love you. Now you've got quick dry, it is Chinese red quick dry. I'm not going to open that just now, so let's just use my Chinese red. Actually no, I'm not. Bordeaux is going to be better. Bordeaux is going to be better. And then, sorry guys, I'm going to have to stick my head in the way here. So let's go IOU. IOU? I love you. IOU. Hey, if you had that, you could put that, of course. And that I love you can go in there. So let's go back overhead there. So we've got IOU, IOU, I keep saying that. I love you that we've got there. And then we've got our cute little gift box. You can see. Let's close that again. And then that one. I'm just going to pop, I'm not going to pop on foam pads, I'm going to keep it flat. Let me pop that one there, and actually I don't need ribbon for this one because it's self-closing. There we go. I love you. Our square based gift bag box. How cute is that? Really, really cute. With a little tease as to something that's coming soon. There you go. So let's bring that in here for you to see. Square base gift bag. Using one of the components from Love Is in the Air, and also something new coming soon. There we go. Hopefully you enjoyed that one. You liked that one, and seeing what you could do with some of your new papers and collections from, of course, the love theme. And if you do make that or style it yourself with something different, let me know. It'd be lovely to see on social. Give me a tag, Craig Laird CC. Rightio, until the next time, we'll see you again. Doodles.